Merci pour votre...
No, thank you very much for your comment and your question.
Non, parce que
No,
il fallait l'avis de tous.
because I wanted everybody's
Tout le monde
advice.
est concerné. Donc,
Everybody's
j'ai
involved.
été vers des tziganes, vers
So I spoke to
vers des
gypsies,
handicapés,
to handicapped,
des étrangers,
to foreigners, I spoke to everybody.
pas forcément des juifs. Il y en avait, il y en a.
Not specifically Jewish.
Tous les gens
There
différents.
were, but we're all different and we're all involved.
Hitler a été tué des inconnus, donc je vais vers les inconnus.
Hitler killed people anonymously, so I went to anonymous people.
L'important c'est de réagir
I think what's important is to react
face à un tyran. Face à-
in front of a tyrant.
J'ai réagi dans le passé avec l'histoire.
I reacted for the past and for history.
Ce livre a été présenté à Genève.
This book was presented in Geneva for the moment,
Et ici, bien sûr.
and here.
Et pas encore, et mon plus grand souhait, c'est qu'il aille en Allemagne.
And of course, I would love to see it go to Germany,
À New York,
to New York,
en Italie,
to Italy,
Espagne, enfin,
to Spain, a little bit everywhere,
pour sensibiliser, pour toucher.
to touch people, to create a reaction, to hit their nerves
Qui voyagent.
so they could travel.
Might have met some people that could have been anti-Semitic. I might have actually have agreed, inconceivably and painful as it might be for some of us, that they might not agree with your point of view, and they might have said something in that page that was not what you were looking for.
Mais très bonne question.
Yes, very, very good question.
Parce que j'attendais ça.
I was expecting it,
Et je voulais leur parler,
And-
presque avoir un duel avec eux, pour
and
les
I
convaincre
wanted to,
et de comprendre pourquoi.
to confront them and to understand why.
Tout ça, et j'ai rencontré une personne.
And I did meet
qui
an
l'avait
anti-Semite.
Et qui a eu le courage de me dire,
Somebody who was anti-Semitic and who had the courage to tell me so.
il était d'extrême droite.
He was extreme right.
Et il m'a dit, moi je donnerais mon cerveau à un dictateur.
I would give my brain to a dictator
Parce qu'ils sont extrêmement intelligents. je
because
fais
they're
confiance.
extremely bright and I trust them.
Quelque part, s'il a voulu faire ça, c'est qu'il a raison.
If he did that, somewhere he must have been right.
Là, j'étais très en colère, bien
And I was
sûr.
of course very, very mad.
Alors, tu vas me faire une page.
So I said to him, well, you've got to tell me this on one of my pages. You must have the courage to say what you just told me.
Il n'a pas eu le courage.
But he didn't have the courage.
Je l'ai harcelé.
I really nagged him and pushed him, but he wouldn't.
Il m'a dit, mais tu me provoques.
He said, well, you're provoking me, you're pushing me. I said, yep, that's what I'm doing.
Que tu es ridicule.
Just to show how stupid and ridiculous you are.
Je lui ai dit après que j'étais juive, et
And I told him later that I was Jewish.
voilà, il m'a dit, mais tu fais exprès parce que les artistes, ils s'en fichent. Ils n'ont pas
And they told he answered saying, well, you're doing this on purpose because you're an artist, and artists don't have any politics and don't believe in politics.
Ça m'amuse de mettre ça.
And so you're just having fun with me and you're trying to provoke me.
Mais il avait 25 ans.
And he was 25 years old.
Can I ask a question? I know that there's concern. I'm wondering what the difference was generationally between people who were older, who responded, and people who were younger. And I'm curious actually to hear your kids, what their response would be to this also.
C'est que les jeunes de 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 ans.
What was important for me, for young kids, teenagers, 12, 13 years old,
Voilà, de leur dire de leur montrer qu'est-ce qui s'est passé, parce qu'ils sont
to
pas
show them what happened, because a lot of times they don't know what
Donc
happened.
j'étais dans beaucoup d'écoles.
So I went to a lot of
J'ai
schools.
été voir des professeurs d'histoire, d'artographie.
I met history professors,
Donc il fallait les motiver eux-mêmes, déjà les
art
professeurs,
professors. You had to motivate the professors first, of course.
pour qu'ils donnent une page à leurs
So they would
élèves
give a page to their students,
et qu'ils travaillent entre eux.
and so they would work together on it.
Donc mon fils
On the
à
projects.
l'époque avait 13 ans.
My son at the time was
Il
13.
a donné à son professeur d'histoire
He gave his history professor
et toute la classe
a
est venue chez
page,
moi.
and the whole class came to my house.
j'ai sorti plein de crayons de couleur.
And I pulled out all sorts of coloring
Il y avait
pencils.
des pages, comme ça.
All the pages that hadn't been written upon were on the table.
J'avais pas besoin d'expliquer ce que c'était que la Shoah, ils ont compris tout de suite avec les images.
And I didn't need to explain to them really what the Shoah was about, what the Holocaust was all about, because they understood immediately by looking at the other pages that had already been drawn.
Donc on est resté une bonne après-midi à travailler tous ensemble et moi-même je me
So we stayed for an afternoon together, working together, and I myself started working on new pages.
J'étais très excitée, ils en ont fait plusieurs chacun, chaque personne en fait 4.
They were very, very excited. They all did 4 or 5 pages.
Moi aussi, d'ailleurs.
And so did I.
Heureux. J'ai fait des pages avec eux comme si j'étais une enfant pour
And
presque leur montrer l'exemple.
I did pictures with them just to make them feel better, more comfortable with the project, and I just felt that I was part of them at the same age.
Et Madame Simone Veil a fait en sorte que les livres, un livre de notre combat soit dans tous les collèges de Paris.
And Mrs. Simone Veil made sure that one of my books, my book would be now in all the public schools,
Pour les enfants,
For children.
Tout ça.
so they would understand.
A few weeks ago about how many young people in the United States knew about 9/11, and I was amazed to see. I think the figures were 30% didn't know about 9/11, and I believe, and the survey talked about the Holocaust too, that not enough young people know about Holocaust. Our school programs in France, and I think all over the world, speak of Holocaust, but it's our responsibility and every grown-up responsibility to vehicle, to transmit history and memories. And I think this book is a great opportunity for grown-up to explain to the children what has been done and what must never be done again.
I wanted to add that a lot of my friends in my school class, when we learned about Shoah during the class, they said, "Oh, not again the Shoah. We know that what happened. Blah blah blah. We know there is a problem in Africa, and we don't talk about this." But I wanted to tell them that the tyranny is everywhere, and that if we forget the Shoah, we can forget everything, and we can forget Africa, and so that I think that it's important to talk about it again and again and again.
This project in Germany, what kind of a reaction do you think you would have gotten?
Alors j'ai cherché les Allemands, oui.
I tried to find German participants,
Et il y a 30 personnes
and
qui
30
ont participé.
people participated.
Et ils étaient tous très excités de pouvoir faire une
And they were very happy to be able to write on a page to show that they agreed with
qui
me,
n'avait plus rien à voir avec ça.
that they had nothing to do with what happened in the past. And my best friend is a German
Il y
woman
avait 5 pages dans le projet qui m'a
who
aidé à trouver
created
5
5 pages of the book and who helped me find the other 30 people.
Son père a participé.
Her father participated.
Là, ils ont très très bien réagi et j'étais ravie.
So it was a good reaction. I was very happy.
Il faudrait que ça aille en Allemagne.
But I hope the book will eventually go to Germany. Make a relic out of it.
Au contraire.
On the contrary, it should be vulgarized, it should be made common.
Donc sachant ça, j'ai voulu moi-même découvrir un livre,
So that's why I wanted to cover the book, to show
les
it,
phrases importantes.
and to pull out the important sentences.
Et j'ai dû demander aux éditions latines l'autorisation d'utiliser le livre Mein Kampf. Et ils ont accepté tout de suite.
And I had to ask the publishers, Latin, if I could use the book, and they agreed immediately.